Alright class, so here we are. We're going to work on Unit 6 Worksheet 7. We're going to do a total of 2 problems. This one is a linear combination problem, and then we're also going to do a coin problem. So those are the 2 things we're going to be looking at in this video. What you're going to want to do is, if it asks you to solve it by linear combination, or another word for it is elimination, what you need to do is you need to make sure that your equations look like this, where you have x and y on one side, equal sign, and then a number. In this situation, we don't have that yet, so we need to rearrange some stuff to get it to look like that. This bottom equation is real easy. All we have to do is just switch the order, and then x and y will be in the right spot. This is the same thing as plus negative 4x. So you can put negative 4x plus this is a positive 2y equals 6. This top equation, you can do it in one of 2 ways depending on if you want to move the x over here. You can move the y over to the left. I'm going to move the x over to the other side. So if I add 7x to both sides, I am going to get 2 is left by itself equals 9y plus 7x. Alright, we can switch the order a little bit. That's the same thing as 7x plus 9y. And now I can just kind of switch the order. I can put 7x plus 9y on the left, and 2 is going to be on the right. Once you have it lined up, now we can figure out what needs to be eliminated and where. So what I'm going to do is I want to eliminate either the x's or the y's. I'm going to eliminate the y's. I have a positive 2 and a positive 9. So you have to think of what number is divisible by both 2 and 9. The number that is probably the smallest is 18. So I want to make one of these a positive 18y and one of these a negative 18y. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by, I'm going to just do it by 9. And the bottom equation, I'm going to multiply it by negative 2. That way I'll have a positive 18 on top, negative 18 on the bottom. And there's definitely more than one way you could do this. I'm just doing it this way. You're going to distribute the 9 to everything in the first equation, negative 2 to everything in the second equation. So you get negative 36x plus 18y equals 9 times 6 is 54. Bottom equation, you get negative 14x, negative 18y, and you're going to get negative 4. Now we can add these together because the y's will be canceling out. If you add the x's together, you're going to get negative 50x. Y's are gone, and we're left with 50 on the right. Divide by negative 50 on both sides. You will get x equals negative 1. So there's your answer for x. And then to figure out what y is, just take your negative 1 and plug it into one of the original problems. It does not matter which one. So I'm going to plug it into the top equation. I have 2 minus 7 times negative 1 equals 9y. This is the same thing as negative 7 times negative 1, that's positive 7. So at 2 plus 7 is 9 equals 9y. Divide by 9, you get y equals 1. So your answer is going to be negative 1, 1. So just a quick recap, make sure it's lined up nicely. Once it is, eliminate either an x or a y by making them opposites of each other. Alright, let's do a coin problem. Coin problem. You have a total of 17 coins consisting of nickels and dimes. If you have a total of $1.45, how many nickels and how many dimes do you have? So I'm going to have N represent the nickels and D represent the dimes, since those are the 2 things I'm looking for. I know that I have 17 coins, so I don't know how many nickels I have. I don't know how many dimes I have, but I know that all together I have a total of 17 of them. So nickels plus dimes equals 17. I also know that if I add them together, add up all my nickels and all my dimes, I get $1.45. Nickels are worth 5 cents, which is 0.05. Dimes are worth 10 cents, which is 0.10. And if I add up all my nickels and all my dimes, I get $1.45. Now you could leave it like this and then start your elimination process, although I don't really care for decimals. So what I tell my class to do is I eliminate the decimals by multiplying this whole thing by 100. If you multiply this whole thing by 100, it moves the decimals over 2 spots, which gets rid of it altogether, which is a little bit nicer to look at. So that's what I'm going to do. My first equation is still n plus d equals 17. If I distribute the 100, I'm going to get 5n plus 10d equals 145. Now I don't have any decimals to work with, and usually it's a little bit easier to work with. From here, I need to eliminate either the n's or the d's. I'm going to eliminate the n's. Since this is a positive 5, I'm going to make this top one negative 5, so that when I add them together, the n's cancel. So then if I do that, I'm going to get negative 5n minus 5d, I'm distributing to everything, equals negative 85. On the bottom, I have 5n plus 10d equals 145. And now I'm going to add these together. I'm going to get 5d equals 60. From here, I divide by 5, d is going to equal 12. So I know I have 12 dimes. Once you have that, plug it into one of the original equations. I'm going to plug it into the n plus d equals 17. So n plus 12 equals 17. N has to be 5. So I know I have 5 nickels and 12 dimes. And if you're not sure if you got the right answer or not, you can always figure out how much 12 dimes and 5 nickels would cost, and you should get $1.45. So that's how you do a coin problem. That's it. Good luck.